We've all heard them, those myths and misconceptions that seem to pop up in every conversation. Whether it's about how our brains work, the behaviors of animals, or the things we do on a daily basis, there are a lot of false beliefs that still hold strong in our collective consciousness. Today, we are going to debunk 10 of the most popular lies that many of us still believe. These myths have been passed down through generations, but it's time to separate fact from fiction. Let's dive into the truth behind these misconceptions. 1. You only use 10% of your brain. One of the most pervasive myths is the idea that humans only use 10% of their brains. This claim has been around for over a century and continues to show up in textbooks, movies, and popular media. However, the truth is that we use virtually all parts of our brains. Brain scans have shown that even when we are resting, multiple areas of the brain are active. Different regions control different functions, such as movement, speech, and decision-making. The idea of unused brain space is a myth that likely originated from misinterpretations of neurological research. So next time someone tells you that you're only tapping into a fraction of your brain, remember that you're already using it all. 2. We swallow 8 spiders a year in our sleep. A claim that sounds both strange and horrifying is the idea that we swallow 8 spiders a year while we sleep. This myth likely originated from a combination of exaggeration and misunderstanding of spider behavior. In reality, spiders generally avoid humans, especially when they're in deep sleep. They're more likely to retreat from our breathing and movement than crawl into our mouths. While it's true that small insects might sometimes land on us, the chances of swallowing a spider are extremely slim. This myth plays on our natural fear of creepy crawlies and has no basis in scientific fact. 3. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Many people believe that the Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye, but that's simply not true. While the wall is long, it's only a few meters wide at most, making it difficult to distinguish from orbit. Astronauts have confirmed that even with the help of telescopic lenses, the wall is not readily visible to the naked eye from space. What is visible are large, man-made structures, such as cities, roads, and airports, but not the Great Wall. This myth has persisted because it's often repeated in popular culture, but the real takeaway here is that even our most famous landmarks can be harder to spot than we think. 4. Humans only have 5 senses. The idea that we have only 5 senses, sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, oversimplifies the complexity of human perception. In reality, humans have more than 5 senses. For example, our sense of balance, equilibrium, is governed by the vestibular system in our inner ear, helping us stay upright. We also have proprioception, the sense of knowing where our body parts are in space, even without looking at them. Additionally, there's nociception, our ability to sense pain, and thermoception, our ability to sense temperature. These senses help us navigate and survive in the world. So, while 5 may be the most well-known, the human sensory experience is much more complex. 5. Sugar causes hyperactivity in children. Many parents have blamed sugar for their children's hyperactivity, but research has not shown a direct link between sugar consumption and hyperactivity. While it's true that sugar can provide a quick energy boost, it doesn't actually cause the kind of behavior changes many believe. Studies have consistently shown that children who consume sugar do not exhibit more hyperactivity than those who don't. The myth may have originated from studies in the 1970s, where researchers linked sugar consumption with behavior changes, but later research did not support those findings. In fact, hyperactivity in children is more likely due to factors like lack of sleep, environmental stimuli, or underlying conditions such as ADHD. 6. You can catch a cold from being outside in the cold. Many people believe that cold weather directly causes colds, but in reality, viruses cause colds, not the weather itself. While it's true that colder weather can weaken the immune system, the cold air is not the direct cause of illness. Colds are caused by viruses, like rhinoviruses, which spread more easily when people are indoors, in close proximity to one another, especially during the winter months. This is why we tend to catch more colds during the colder seasons. The cold weather might make us more susceptible by drying out the mucus in our noses, but it's the virus, not the temperature, that makes us sick. 7. If you touch a baby bird, its mother will abandon it. Another myth that's often spread among well-meaning individuals is that if you touch a baby bird, its mother will abandon it. This simply isn't true. Birds have a much better sense of smell than we do, but most bird species do not rely on scent to identify their young. They rely on sight and sound, and the presence of a human does not typically cause a mother bird to reject her offspring. In fact, many bird species will continue to care for their young even if humans come into contact with them. While it's important to be gentle and avoid disturbing wildlife, touching a baby bird will not necessarily lead to abandonment. 8. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. A common concern that many people have is that cracking your knuckles will lead to arthritis. The sound that occurs when you crack your knuckles is actually caused by gas bubbles popping in the joint, not by bones grinding against each other. Extensive studies have shown that there is no connection between knuckle cracking and the development of arthritis. In fact, one study specifically looked at people who cracked their knuckles regularly for decades and found no greater incidence of arthritis compared to those who didn't crack their knuckles. While it may annoy others or cause temporary discomfort, it doesn't cause the long-term damage that many believe. 9. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. The myth that goldfish have a memory span of only 3 seconds is one of the most enduring misconceptions about animals. In reality, goldfish have much longer memories than we've been led to believe. Research has shown that goldfish can remember tasks and navigate mazes for several months. They can even recognize their owners and respond to training. This myth likely originated because of the goldfish's repetitive behavior in small tanks, which could be mistaken for forgetfulness. But in truth, goldfish are much smarter than most people give them credit for. 10. Shaving makes hair grow back thicker. A common belief is that shaving hair causes it to grow back thicker and darker, but this isn't true. Shaving simply cuts hair at the surface, and does not affect its growth or thickness. Hair grows from the root, and shaving does not change the structure or density of the hair follicle. The reason hair may seem thicker after shaving is because shaving cuts the hair at a blunt angle, which can give the hair a thicker appearance as it grows out. Additionally, the regrowth of hair may appear darker due to the new growth being closer to the root, where it has not yet been exposed to sunlight, giving it a darker color. So there you have it, 10 myths that we've all been told at some point, but now we know the real story behind them. It's important to keep an open mind and question what we hear, because not everything we've been taught is as true as it seems. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Let's continue exploring the world of myths, facts, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.